UVW. This is Vani here with you on United Voice of Women. This is another episode for you by Vani from the studios of ManaTV, New Jersey, USA. Well, all of you that are joining us today know that UVW stands for an ode to women. UVW stands for the celebration of women. UVW stands for the empowerment of women, and UVW stands for inspiration by and for women. This is something that has become so close to my heart that I can't think of anything else but UVW, because I was just thinking about these inspirations that I'm trying to bring to all of you on this platform of ManaTV to the entire country here. And maybe there are a lot of people in India watching us as well. This is really a huge platform. And the whole idea of inspirations, the way I call it, that I want to be able to see that the women around us, women among us are heroes in their own right, because they are fighting their day-to-day trials and tribulations to be able to achieve the success and adulations that they are aiming for. So this has always been something that has attracted me. I know people say that knowledge is power, right? And I think we are all doing very good with it, because we have actually made it a way of life. From the minute that we wake up to the minute that we go back to bed, I think we are all trying so hard to be able to, find out the news on, world politics, or let's say industry news, or entertainment, sports, anything that interests you and everything that interests you, and even things that you do not know about. We are all making an effort, including weather. All right. We are all making an effort to find out what it is all about. But I feel, what I did always in my life was that I never ever wanted to, I was never interested in news in the world for whatever reason. Okay. The only thing that really attracted me, and that the only thing that always interested me, has been, people around me. Life excites me. Okay. And life is full of people. And I think I love, people, different kind of people with different personalities, how they talk, how they dress, how they think, how they react. I mean, all these things have always been something that I've been really attracted to. And I guess I am an example of a person who actually am whatever I am with only my experiences with people around me. I don't think I was very good at history. I was no good at geography. I've never been good at math. Okay, I did my graduation and post-graduation, but what I really learned is everything from life and people around me. So maybe, I'm doing this little bit of introspection in front of you so that you would understand why this concept and what is this concept about wanting to be able to talk to people that are around us and among us, and what they do and what they have done to be able to overcome a lot of trials and, facing challenges and still be able to do something that can be inspiring to us. And I feel that we can relate with them because they are women like you and me. Oh, I hope I was able to explain to you what I wanted to. And this whole thing came up only because this guest that we have today in our show, this lady, I've known her for a few years, and when I told her that I wanted her to be on my show, the only question she had was, Vani, what am I going to do there with you? I've not really done anything that I can talk about. And I said, you know what? I want to, and I know why I want to, but I didn't really have an answer for her. And later on, when I thought about it, I thought, you know what? This is what I have always been. I have wanted to understand people. And this woman, it's not as if we've been friends or something. I've known her, I've seen her in many places and met with her. And what I really understood was this person has this uncanny ability of making herself reach to a level in life wherein, she is above so many things. The way she talks it's got so much of meaning and so much of depth in it. And she's a person that will talk about any topic that actually her heart understands. And when she speaks, you know that it could actually help you see a dimension or perspective that you've never seen before. I'm not very sure I've explained this to you better, but I think it's time I introduce you all to this beautiful lady that is sitting with us right here in the studios of ManaTV, and this is Geeta Reddy.
I have to wave that.
Welcome.
Way.
Yes, you can bow any which way you want. Okay, hi.
Hi.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Having you, okay, pleasure having you here in the studios. Geeta, I don't know if I actually even spoke right. You know what? Today was all about wanting to really get deep inside, okay, to be able to understand what is it that I actually want to bring to the table, okay? And I thought nobody would be a better guest for me than yourself, okay? But before we get into who you are, okay, there are a lot of things about you, about your professional life. You're with USPS.
That's correct.
Okay, so how is it working for US government? How is it working for a US government?
Hard.
Okay.
Yeah. One word.
One word?
Yeah, it's very hard.
You'll have to say something more. Okay.
Physically very hard.
Okay.
And
taxing?
mentally
Physically taxing?
Physically very taxing.
Okay.
It's not very conducive to family. And I was a single parent at one point, and with whatever happened, which I will get into it. I will get into the groove of it. I will answer very precisely and not
you
getting
don't have
into.
To be precise. You
no, but I will not get into. While not getting into my private life, I'll be more precise.
Yes, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
So all we need is your perspective.
Right. So it is. I had to start sometimes at 2:30 in the morning, and. Not having a degree, I got married very young.
Okay.
I was all of 18.
Okay.
I think my parents wanted to get rid of me. That was my understanding. So I didn't know why they wanted to get me married.
That's not true, but okay.
Okay. Let's put it that way
because it helps.
Because they're dead and gone, so they must be very happy looking at me from up above. The angle is very good from the top.
I'm sure. Okay.
A lot of things happened. There were a lot of deaths. I lost both my siblings. I lost one 10 years ago, and then I lost another one last year. So it's not very easy. My ride was not very easy.
Okay.
But all in all, I'm very happy.
I know.
That's one word.
I know. It's so interesting. I don't know how many people know.
Nobody knows because what I put up is what they know.
Yes.
I've got henna on my hands.
Yes.
I've been to a big fat wedding.
I know.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It was fat wedding.
It is a big fat wedding. I know. I've seen a lot of pictures on Facebook.
And I got fat.
No.
And when you asked me for an interview this week, I was like, I think I should lose at least like 10 pounds before I go. But anyway.
I'll tell you something, Geeta. This is no interview. That's not my intention. I don't want to be doing any interviews here.
I know.
All I want to do is have conversations with friends.
Yes.
Okay? And be able to have a good time together. At the same time, whatever we are talking about, it might be able to inspire somebody out there and put a smile on somebody's face. Okay?
Yes.
So work front, okay, it was not as if you have always been geared towards having a huge career.
No, I got married with the intention to be happily married and have 4 kids.
Yes.
I wanted to have 2 boys and 2 girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the number.
That was your plan.
Yeah, that was the whole plan.
That was clarity, though.
Yeah, I was very clear about it.
Fantastic.
I told that very clearly to my father.
Yes.
If you're going to get me married like this, otherwise college life is very hard when you're married.
Correct.
All that was already understood.
Okay. So the only thing was that you never actually thought about a career. I'm actually with you. I never really thought, and I never thought I would get into this world. Okay, what we want, we are what we want and what we are. Okay,
so just because we don't want to have a career doesn't mean we are.
No,
we are bad women.
Not
right?
at all. Not at all.
This career was.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah,
dumped on me.
No, yeah, I know. Sometimes, you know what? And I started off my career just because it was time pass for me. Okay, I started off like that. Today,
I did my career because I had to put food on the table.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Let's talk about that. Okay. You know what? We are able to talk about a lot of things very openly. okay, but there are a lot of things that really matter to us personally is something that we don't talk about. I find it a little strange because I think what we really should be talking about should always be something that really is important to you, right? But somehow in this world, we have learned to keep those things to ourselves and not want to ponder about it, not talk about it, not even think about it, okay?
Which we... Go ahead.
But everything else in the world, which doesn't really have anything much to do with us personally, we are interested in it and we are on top of it.
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I want to be able to change if we possibly can. It would be not an easy journey because I'm thinking in a different way, but I think that people like you will slowly make me get there, help me get there. Okay.
No.
Tell me
I am
something.
to the point. I am very open about it and I'm very practical.
Yes.
I'll give it a new name. Emancipation of women, is that what you're trying to say?
Maybe that's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
Emancipation of women.
Yeah.
I like that, Geeta. Okay, 1 second. The question straight to you is, when we see you, all we know is that you are a happily married woman today, but you were a divorcee once upon a time. A divorcee who is happily married today is what we know about you, basically, you know. That is all we know about you. And nobody else goes into any deeper on that. But with your permission, I would like to talk about, a marriage when it gets into a stage of divorce. Why do you think it gets there?
Oh, first let me explain about happy and marriage are never together.
Wow.
That is the first thing.
Okay.
We live for so many reasons. Oh yeah, I'm happily married. I have my Mangalsutra.
Yes.
I always wear it.
Yes.
It's very important. I believe in the institution, what we call.
Awesome.
I've got 3 wonderful boys, one from a previous marriage, and you want to get into the gist of what happened a little bit.
A little bit. What I want to understand is, in your marriage, where did you know, when did you know, and how did you know that you want out of it?
Oh, I had known it from within a week.
Of marriage?
Of marriage. I knew this was not the right one. No.
Okay.
It's a very funny thing because I can talk about my ex because I hope he doesn't watch TV. I don't think so.
But that's okay.
No, it doesn't matter. I just spoke to him this morning about something else.
Okay.
But I don't think he watches TV. So
okay, that's okay.
So in the first week of marriage, I'm getting to know him, and I asked him. I mean, I know that he's from All Saints. We had a school called All Saints, and I know the year that he passed out. And the first question, I'm very big into cricket. I love. I used to bunk classes. I used to bunk schools, no exams, I did anything to watch cricket.
Okay.
And Azharuddin was big.
Yes.
And the first word that came out of my thing was, oh, you must be knowing Azhar, And then he's like, who Azharuddin? And then I knew that was downfall from there.
Why? That can't be the beginning.
Because they're like, no, it was a downfall. It was.
For you?
Yeah, for me it was.
Seriously? Okay.
Yeah, seriously, because they're the same batch. How can you not know Azharuddin?
Okay.
He was the captain of the Indian cricket team at that time.
Okay, yeah.
But then slowly, I came here, with a lot of dreams. I loved him. He was my first love. I came in 1990.
So was it a love marriage?
No, it was completely arranged.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you fell
Me
in
and
love
love, no.
Okay.
I don't know how to fall in love. The second time also it was arranged.
It was your, you said
he was my first love.
First love.
Yeah.
Okay.
The person I married was definitely my first love.
Okay.
And then I was into
So what was it that was actually the real cause of friction?
Oh, there was a lot of abuse. Lot of physical, mental, and before I came to know, it took me 7 years to leave. But in between those 7 years, there was a lot of friction, lot of things. Ultimately, what happened was, the moment, people think like, because I was very pampered. So they only know that part of me. They don't know the other part.
So the very first time you were abused, did you actually want to share it with anybody?
No, nobody. I did not share it even till after my divorce also. During my divorce, I did not tell anyone.
Okay.
I just left him and they asked me so many times what was the reason, and I was like, I don't have to tell. No?
Do you know why you must have not told?
Oh, earlier or then?
Earlier.
Of course, social stigma, and I loved my father. He was everything to me. And
you did not want to hurt them.
Of course, he was an elderly man. I was a late child, I think. It was an accident.
Okay.
So he was in his 60s, so I didn't want to hurt him.
So basically, at that time,
everything looked very rosy from others' point of view.
Of course, every marriage looks from outside.
Yeah,
right? So, everybody has their own
But
issues.
at the end, you know, the moment he couldn't understand why I was leaving him. And why I was upset with little things. He couldn't understand after a while.
But what made you decide, Geeta, that I want to leave? Because you are saying...
Because I felt my child would go through the same thing. Because I had a son through him. And that was the reason, I think. It was nothing to do with me, again.
You thought his personality and behavior would actually...
completely. And it would ruin someone else, na?
It would ruin somebody else's life.
Someone as nice as me.
I know. And, absolutely.
So I wouldn't want. So that was the reason.
So
but what happens is, when everything is rosy, everything is fine.
Correct.
When it is not rosy for a woman, especially I'm trying to come from a woman's point of view. What exactly happens is I put a bottle from, he puts a bottle from here to here, it becomes a problem. It has nothing to do with the abuse at that time.
Yes.
It's all in their head. It's, because we can never forget, na? We are like a whole recording system here.
Yes.
We remember everything.
I know.
No, women especially.
Men a little more than the men, Because
men have no emotions. Men are born free. Men are born free.
Okay.
They have no emotions.
We'll go on that
They only
later.
want to procreate.
Okay. I mean, that is a good way of putting it. But right now, I want to focus totally on women's point of view, right? So that we will be able to cover at least one part of something, because we just have about hour in the show, and the whole idea is in that 1 hour at least to be able to understand a specific thing, be it little or big, right? So let's talk about how a woman, who got into a marriage, how she understands that this is not what she wanted, how she understands and gets that feeling inside her that she wants to dare, like literally dare, when she says that I'm out of it, I don't want to be in it, right? It's a dare for her, right? Even today. So that is where I want your input. So when you thought, I understand now that your child, you felt, and most of the people, when you're talking about child, most of the people I have heard around us that they say our marriage is bad. People talk about it. Some people, we have a bad marriage, but we are just holding on for the sake of the children. And I have never agreed to it for whatever reason. I feel, how can a child be happy seeing his parents continuously at each other's throats? They're not in sync with each other. They do not like each other. And that atmosphere that they're creating for that child, how can it be good is something that I have never understood, Geeta. And I've never been able to question anybody because I knew that nobody's really wanting to give answers on that. Right? And a lot of people say this. We are in this marriage only for the sake of the children. So I loved what you said just now. You said, I wanted to get out of the marriage only for my child.
And I'm very proud. He's a nice grown-up man. A little unemotional.
Let's go one step at a time. So when you did this, did you have a lot of, did you have any support or?
Absolutely none. I was here alone. So I was on my own.
You're in America. It's a new country full of foreigners. And which year are we talking about?
We're talking
90s?
About 97.
90s.
Oh no, 90s.
In late 90s. All right. And at that time, I think things were so much more different than they are today. Today
very
feels
different.
More like India.
Yes,
right? Living in US feels like more in India. But
everything was
90s.
Different.
Yes, 90s
phone calls were so hard.
It
was not like your
like
previous guest had told you. It was about $2.90.
Exactly. So it's not even something that you can.
So that's when letter writing came into existence for me.
It actually helped. Yes. Okay, so tell me. So who was there to help you? What did you do? How did you go through with it?
Oh, I have to thank my dear friend. She was from my work, Joni.
From USPS?
Yes.
Okay.
She set me up a small apartment with a 97-year-old lady downstairs. So I was a paying guest there.
So this is after divorce, or you're talking about during the process?
During the process.
During the process, you had to move out?
Yeah. I had
How
to move out.
How did you actually put it in front of your husband, Geeta, that you want to go out? You want to opt out? You said that?
Yeah.
And what was the reaction?
Oh, he asked me why. He still doesn't understand. Even till today, he doesn't understand. why I left him.
But that's okay. But what I'm asking is, did he actually want to control that thought of yours, or?
Of course, he was asking me why. That's all. He couldn't understand that he was wrong somewhere. That is the whole idea, na? Even till today, he has asked me so many times. I don't know what happened.
Did you actually explain to him?
No, I said no. When you think what was wrong, you let me know. I'll tell you if it is right or wrong.
Okay, so you haven't actually told him why you wanted to leave.
No.
You just said, I want to leave.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay, and then how did it go? So you had some help from your colleagues, etc.
Yeah, and I moved out. And
how easy or difficult is it to go through this divorce process when you are doing it all on your own?
It depends on the financials.
Okay.
If you are well off, I mean, if you're a doctor, it's easier. If you're not a doctor, if you're not an engineer, it's a little harder. It's all about finances.
Yes.
I had to save up a little bit before I went through it.
Okay. So you had to wait for a divorce to be filed? Because
and at one point, I didn't want to even file a divorce. I just wanted to be separated. I was very happy with that.
Okay. And he was okay with it?
He was okay with it until the point he decided to get married.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
He decided to get married.
Okay.
And then that's when he started asking me for a divorce, which I did. The divorce is like, I never believed in divorce and all that. I was not thinking about anything beyond my child.
All you wanted was you did not want to live with this man.
That's it. That's all I wanted to do. I was not thinking about divorcing, getting married, going and seeing somebody, dating, nothing of that sort. I just wanted to be left alone,
Correct.
And the moment he decided to get married, he asked for a divorce, and within a week he got married.
Wow. Okay. But tell me, I'm more interested about when you came out and started living on your own, the reaction from family, from, near family.
There was absolutely no support. Like what it is today, it was not like that.
Today, maybe a little different, but you know what? I don't think it was too difficult, but I can imagine that at that time it was not even...
No, it was very difficult. I couldn't even get a match.
Forget about match. I'm just talking about people understanding that why you came out. Did anybody really at least understand or sympathize with the fact that
those days were very different.
That's what I want to understand.
It was very different. Even I'm talking about America. Forget about India because I was not living there.
Exactly.
It was very difficult. I never mingled with Indians at all.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wanted to stay away from them. That was the first thing.
Why did you?
Because Americans are more understanding. They know what a divorce is. They know what American living is.
Correct.
They will not understand. Indians never understood at that time. So I don't know how far they understand now.
Yeah. So what would you say personally, Geeta, your friends at that time while you were married? What was their reaction immediately when they came to know that you're going to be separated? Did anybody know that this was coming, or nobody knew about it?
No, nobody knew.
It was just you who was just doing it, planning it on your own.
On my own.
And you told people, your friends, only after you left the house?
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
And you think that none of these friends from where we hail did not really...
Not that they wouldn't have helped. I think my ego was bigger than me. I don't ask for help.
Do you think it was ego? Not for help. What I'm saying is that, did you feel that talking to them would not get you anywhere because they wouldn't understand what you're going through and why?
Yeah, they wouldn't understand
or because
at all.
it is a stigma?
No, not because it's a stigma. It's
not
because
for you, but for them. For them, it would be a stigma, and they do not want to be involved in something like that. Do you think that was something
that I don't know?
Crossed your mind?
Nothing negative crosses my mind.
Wow.
I only think about myself.
You're a very evolved person. That was the word that I wanted to use while I was
because they're all my friends now. How can I?
They're
going to.
We are not trying to.
Yes, but I would never. I've never blamed anybody. Why did you not help?
There's nothing to.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing to blame.
No.
All I'm saying is the conditions. Okay, I'm just wanting to be aware so that we can get. A lot of people aware of a situation like that, how it is, when, how people behave, so that, because nobody knows, nobody talks about these things.
No, they want to just, everything will be fine. They take us to a hotel, everything will be fine.
Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, I'm grown-up woman by then. I know what is right and wrong.
How old were you then?
I was, 24? Yeah. But I was pretty grown up.
That's not a grown-up woman.
I know, in this time and age.
You're 24, Geeta?
Yeah, I was 24 when I was divorced. Because I was married at 18.
Wow.
So obviously, 6-7 years, 24, 25.
Wow. Then I would say it was your young blood that helped you.
Yeah, young blood
Sort
or
of.
the fear of
The person that
the
you
person,
are.
yeah. The fear of the other person.
Fear of, yeah. All that comes into play, of course. Yeah. Okay. So again, yeah. Okay. So that is how you got out, and you felt that your American friends were the people who actually helped you understand a divorce and what is a life of a woman after divorce and what is involved, etc.
Yeah, I think so. Because they only know, they are the ones who live alone. I lived alone for 5 years in this country.
Yes.
But see, I go way back. Our thoughts and everything are very Indian.
Correct.
So
we will be, the way we are brought up.
Yeah, so I never bothered to date, or I never bothered in these 5 years. I should have been doing all that, which I did not.
Now that you're saying
there was
that,
a big
Geeta,
wall. I mean, I had put myself around a big wall.
Yes.
Nobody can come in, I cannot go out.
Correct.
Nobody, these restrictions were my own.
Correct.
And
correct.
I feel, I don't think women should go through that.
No, Geeta, but you know what? You are helping us understand this. You're talking about dating, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, divorce is a huge no, okay? Everybody is calling it a taboo already, okay?
Yeah.
And at that time, who in their right minds would even be thinking that, there is life after that?
Right.
That is what I'm trying to get to, right? Yeah. People believe there is no life after that. But maybe because of your friends that you had, that were Americans, okay, and what they were talking to you, how they were talking to you about divorce influenced you. And today you're able to say something like, you know what, those 5 years when I was alone, I was not even dating. Because even today, nobody would want to talk about, that is a possibility. And I've heard from a couple of people that divorce is a real problem because you will never ever find a partner again. There was somebody I remember in a party, was talking, and she said, oh, divorce, it doesn't work because you will never find a partner again. Wow. It was a casual statement, okay? It just stuck me
I don't know.
Never questioned about it. So just I'm asking you. So, okay. So you understood thanks to your friends.
Yes.
Okay. And did you ever feel that this is a very bad thing that has happened to you, and how will you actually make your life work again? Did you ever feel that way?
We go through so many emotions.
Yes,
divorce
that's what
is
I
a lot of emotions. Divorce
fear.
is a lot of fear, lot of pity on ourselves.
Yes,
what happened to me?
And
my friends are all having fun. Yeah, it's all very emotional. And what if I don't get married? What if I don't settle?
Were you actually thinking about that?
Oh, all that. Yeah. What if I don't find someone?
Interesting.
Yeah. And the thing actually grew. The reason, afterwards, I'll be very honest.
Yes.
Because there's no point hiding.
No.
But around 28, 29, the motherhood again brought me back. I wanted to become a mother again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because your son was already grown up.
Yeah. And then I'm like thinking, that mothering is always, it's inherent of it's a nurturing of that, and for that you need a man.
Correct. Okay. So that's how you got into thinking that you want to.
I think we should I should get married again, or obviously I cannot live with somebody and have a baby.
You didn't think that is something that you wanted as an option.
No, I didn't.
But you definitely wanted to have another baby. That was your main.
That is there. If a woman wants to lie, she can lie, but this is the truth.
Correct. Absolutely. I'm asking you about the truth.
I don't know what you think. What would I mean?
You know what? I actually personally have been more of a person that did not delve into things that scare me. I have been that kind of a person. Okay. So this is also an opportunity for me. I think, like my guest last week said, when there is a need, you actually want to understand it.
Yeah.
Right? So I do find that need to understand about the social stigma in marriages and divorces and abuse. And, everybody usually is thinking only about physical abuse. If somebody says this woman has been abused, they talk about physical abuse. So if the man is hitting a woman, only then it means abuse.
No.
But there's so much called emotional abuse that I think in this country, people give more value to than to the physical, because they feel that an emotional abuse cannot, you cannot heal from it as easily as
very
you
difficult,
can physically.
very difficult.
Right? As easily that you can do physically, your physical wounds and physical abuse. So what I'm trying to ask you here is that, how would you explain to people what you think about, emotional abuse? How would you describe emotional abuse?
You want an example?
Yeah. Oh. How would you describe that?
I have so many examples.
I'm sure.
Because in a 7-year marriage, marriage, there's so many.
Yes.
The country is new to me.
Correct.
I've traveled a lot, but I've traveled when I was younger. I went to Singapore. I know, everything else, but abroad and all that. But New York is very new. New York, you have hep crowd. And we are driving somewhere, we are watching, cars go by, you have all these colored hair and this. You just look. And then all of a sudden he turns around and then he goes, the man of my life. And he goes, what would you do if I was not there in this country? What would you have become? And then I'm like very cool about it, because my intention was never to work, come here, do a master's. I've never thought about it. Why? There is no lying. I mean, 50% of the people I don't think would thought about it.
Yes.
We are put in a spot.
Including
and then
me. I never actually wanted to work.
Right.
Trust
so,
me.
And I told him, if you're not in this country, I would have married some IAS officer, somebody back home.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, my parents were into it.
Yes.
So, no, if you were...
So what you are...
His reaction is, you know what he tells me? This is... I don't know how far people know. Emotional abuse is this.
Exactly.
If I'm not there in this country, you would have either become a beggar or a prostitute. These were the two options.
Wow.
Yeah, so that is emotional abuse.
That is what is emotional abuse.
Not you're looking good, you're not looking good, your hair is this way. No. Yeah, that is emotional abuse. Yeah, I couldn't understand at that time, but it's still in my head. I don't remember history, but I remember this. So these are very small things that trigger you all your life.
Look, again, we are calling it small. Yeah, which is very small of us.
Yeah, which is very small of us.
Right?
Yeah.
How are we able to?
No, he thinks I have finally, his family.
And it's the truth.
Yeah, finally his family asked, what is wrong with him? Because he's a good-looking man and all that. So he was a big guy. He was well placed and all. So what is wrong?
Exactly.
So I told them a few examples, and
they don't get it, right?
They don't get it. No, and he tells me that it was a joke. For a joke, you're supposed to laugh.
Wow.
Like how I crack up on FB.
Interesting. And this is not something that none of us have ever heard before. This happens all the time, everywhere, and everybody takes it as if it is nothing.
As if it is nothing.
Correct?
I think so. I mean,
why else wouldn't we talk about emotional abuse? I would say that is the main cause. Right?
The reason they're not talking...
We have adopted ourselves, you think, to believing that, it's better to think that it's okay than get serious about it?
No, the reason Indian women, they don't touch that topic is because we are trying to free ourselves, right? At this age, in the 20th century, we are trying to free ourselves.
Yeah.
But we are doing it only partly. We are economically free. That's the only thing, because of our education.
To a certain extent, yeah.
Right. Education, like in today's day, education is finding a job.
Correct. That's about
But actual education is trying to differentiate between right and wrong.
Correct.
That is what education should teach us.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that's there. So they might be financially independent, but emotionally, mentally, they're all
not prepared.
Not prepared at all.
Not prepared.
I don't think even Americans are prepared. That is the reason we have so much of, depression. I don't believe in it.
Okay, talking about that, I personally feel, Geeta, that people here are definitely more cognizant of life on their own, because the kids after school, etc., when they start getting into colleges, kids here, they get into a job. Okay, they want to try and, make some money on their own, etc. So I feel that they are at least aware of how to take care of themselves on their own, compared to an Indian child. Okay, not only here, right from our time to now, our kids are not, doing any part-time jobs here. Most of the kids. Because they know that parents are going to take care of everything. Okay, that is a different topic. I don't want to get into that, and let's keep it to this.
Yeah.
The whole point I was trying to get to is that when you said we are not prepared for life. It is a huge thing that you said, right? All this education does not really prepare you for how
life.
you want to live in your life. Okay. And I somehow feel US gives you more opportunities to understand about how you live. That is a topic for discussion next time. Okay, but now again, I want to come back to this, that our parents, our families, anybody around us, I think when we're getting married, the only thing usually I know that parents discuss with their kids is that, you know what, try to do your best. Okay, be somebody who is pleasing your husband. Okay, do things the way he likes it, and be nice and do your best for him and the kids and the children, and they tell you everything about that, what you need to do, okay, to make everybody else happy. Okay, and I don't think anybody talks about, you know what, if you have any issues, okay, you can always talk to us about marriage.
No, but every woman is looking for an emotionally intelligent man. About ourselves is okay. How they raise us, we become. That's fine.
That is the culture of India, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
The way we grew up.
Right. But at the same time, since we are the female species, I'll put it that way, we are looking for an emotionally intelligent man.
Okay.
Don't you think?
I'm not too sure about that.
But because we are given traditionally we are given only an
are you trying to tell me that we just believe that, you know, this person whom we're going to get married to is going to be taking care of us? Is that what you're thinking when you say emotionally?
No, emotionally in the sense we are looking for that security, emotional security, which we will never find.
So that's what it is, right? That he'll take care of us.
In emotional way, not a financial way.
No, I'm not talking financial. Take care of us in the sense that in every way.
In every way,
financially, socially, personally.
Right.
I think we feel that we came from a home where father, mother, they were taking care of us. And he will take care of us. Is that what you're saying? I think you're right. Maybe.
Yeah, because
maybe not everybody, but a lot of people.
Yeah, the parents bring in a very secure man, financially secure man, who might be emotionally, you know, like
it's got
zero.
Nothing to do with.
He'll be a zero. I mean, you know.
Your point you're trying to make here, I think, is that parents are looking at only the financial security that this man can give to you, and they believe it is all that is needed. Correct? And you're saying that's not enough.
That's not enough.
Most important thing is your emotional security, and when somebody is actually, you know, ripping you off that, then you are actually left with nothing. Is that what you're trying to explain?
Because financially, even I am independent.
You can be independent even if you were not working.
We'll start working because we are doing so many things. We multitask.
Absolutely. So
women multitask.
Could have done that too.
Multitask like this to a point. Why do we multitask? Do you know, Vani?
No.
What do you think we multitask?
I always thought multitasking is just something that comes naturally to us, or because we're interested in everything and we want to take care of everything.
You know why I feel we multitask? Because of menopause. Because our DNA is already ticking in us. It's telling us by 50, 60 we are done. We can't do what we all can do. So we want to do so many things within that time.
Really?
Yeah, men.
No. Do you think that thought comes into anybody's mind?
It doesn't have to. The thought is not there. It's inbuilt in us. The DNA is saying that to us.
And unnowingly, we just do.
We just do. It's all about the DNA. Okay. Men can have sex until they're 100.
Oh, so you're talking about specifically about sex?
No. I'm not talking specifically about sex.
No.
If men can have sex until they're in their 90s, they can do everything else.
Okay.
But whereas a woman cannot do, once she hits, there's no such thing as men having menopause.
Okay. So you think that makes a lot of difference in the way we think?
Why do you think we multitask then? Why are we taking such a big burden on ourselves? Why are we working?
This is not a perspective I've ever heard, but interesting.
Yeah,
very interesting what you're saying.
I always say that because it's
not
sad
that
to see.
I understood it even now very well, but
why are we taking all this? You know, childbearing is our responsibility.
Yeah.
We cannot dump it on somebody else, right?
Yeah.
So at the same time, we have to work.
Uh-huh.
We have to take care of the children. We have to cook.
And we want to do it.
We want to do it because we have no other choice. Yeah. Childbearing, we have no other choice.
Correct.
Somebody cannot have a child for us. My husband cannot have while I go and work.
Yes.
So, but at the same time, we want to work. What is it? I mean, until 9 months, I mean, we have a baby growing and then we are still working.
Interesting.
I don't know. I find it very interesting.
So you feel that could also be part of why we do so many things at
I feel, I don't know whether I'm right or wrong.
No, it's not about right or wrong.
I feel our DNA is telling us a lot of things.
It's only about perspective. Okay, yeah. Very interesting. Okay, now again, to continue with your story. Okay, so you learned to live independently. Okay, and you learned, yeah, I mean, you worked hard at it. I don't think it could happen easily. Okay,
yeah, no.
So what do you think was your motivation? What was it that was pushing you to want to live your life and not believe that just because I'm divorced and nobody really understands it, this is the end of my life? What did you do to bring yourself to get to a stage where you decided I deserve to have a good life just because I've had a divorce? It doesn't mean I end it all. What was it behind that motivation?
I think it was more of my ego.
Ego.
Yeah, I don't believe in failure. So this was
Why did you think this was a failure?
No, the society thinks it as a failure.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't think it as a failure because this is what you wanted.
No.
And you're not to be blamed.
But we live in a society.
Correct.
We have to adhere to the norms of the society.
Correct.
We have made this society, right?
So are you saying that you felt that you failed the society?
In some way.
And that was the ego issue that you had?
Yeah. For example, I'll give you a very simple example. It's hot outside. I don't want to wear my clothes.
Yeah.
Can I take off all my clothes?
No.
Because somebody is watching us.
Yes.
Why do we do that? We have to adhere to the society we live in.
Correct.
Otherwise, I wish I could just take off my clothes.
Okay.
It's
So
it's the same thing.
It is being, you just didn't want to be, you felt naked in front of people and you thought that you can't do that.
Yes.
Okay.
I was proving only to myself, that is for sure.
Yeah.
And
what was that you were proving? That I can live a life?
I can live a life, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good job, Geeta. So it was all within you, right? You thought, forget everybody and everything else, okay? I can show everybody that I can still have a life of my own.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I was quite, of course, I was quite well placed back home.
Yes, financially you were
I was
supported
sound
well.
if I needed it,
yes,
but this was all on my own.
And you were taking care of your child, yourself. And okay, tell me a little about what is this effect that a divorce has on a child in a situation like yours where you're a traditional Indian family and you are a woman that decided you wanted out of this marriage. Okay, father is saying that he doesn't even know why you're getting out. Okay, I mean, it's very crazy, right?
Yeah.
For a child to understand that part, right? So in a circumstance where the kid is not really understanding anything around him, did you see that it made any kind of a difference in the way he has grown up today? What was...
Oh, extremely strong.
Yeah?
And unemotional.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Very unemotional.
Why do you think so? What do you think?
I think it made him very strong. See, I'll put it as unemotional, but I think it is...
Not that.
No, he was very sensitive as a child. And of course, circumstances will put you in that situation where he had to become strong.
What I'm trying to understand here is, do you think it had a bad effect on him? No. You don't think it had a bad effect on him? Okay. So how did you explain it? Did you actually explain it to your son?
No. He just understood.
Yeah. In retrospect, would you think that it would have been better if you would have been able to explain something to him?
He was too young.
Just a thought.
No, I explained to him later. Like I explained to him now, what happened between us. But he's not really interested.
You know why I ask you this question? For a quick comparison.
I know. The thing is, I have to... My child is not like every other child.
You feel it?
Oh, yeah.
But do you feel
My child was raised in...
It has made him better? Or
Yes. My child has been raised in the arms of a queen.
That's a beautiful way of putting it, Geetu. Wow. Yeah. So you feel you made him a better man?
Yes.
By taking whatever decisions you took in your life?
Yes.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I have...
You've got to be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I don't think he would have been what he is if not for the divorce.
If not for these experiences that he has had.
No, if not for this divorce, because he would have been so financially secure and everything, maybe he wouldn't have been what he is. I'm very proud of that.
Of course, but what I'm trying to say or understand is, I don't think it's only the financial part, right? The emotional turmoil and whatever the mother went through, he has been watching it.
Yes.
So don't you think these experiences would have made him a more stronger man?
Yes. On the other hand, I'm trying to see what I can answer that question only after he's married.
Okay, no, I
You
hear
know what
you,
I'm saying?
but yeah, but as a mother, you know your son. So
Yeah.
do you think he has developed into somebody who is more understanding about, you do not have to be really in that traditional set of marriage and continue
Yes,
with it,
that of
even if
course.
there is a problem,
Yeah.
So was he able to accept it, or was he a dejected child that people are thinking that my
No,
parents
not
are
at all.
deported?
No.
That's what I'm trying to
No,
get
the
to.
society has been very nice to him.
Yeah.
And maybe because
I ask you this question because a lot of people have that feeling, like I said. They say, for the sake of our children, we are staying in the marriage.
no, they're staying for themselves.
Right?
Yeah. They're staying for
do
their
not
own
have
financial need.
or they do not have the guts to actually
Yeah.
step out.
I feel it's more of a financial thing.
You think?
Yeah.
And I personally think that maybe a lot of emotional thing is also attached to it, to dare wanting to do something.
Let me tell you one thing. I'll tell you a little secret about women.
Okay.
As a woman, you might not even be aware.
Okay.
We are very
please.
smart.
That's what I like to know.
Yeah, we are very smart.
Yes, we are.
We will leave either if we have a financial option, if we have, we'll get out.
Okay.
Otherwise, the second option is if you are having a good guy next to him, you're going to leave.
You mean
This is the truth.
You're saying that a woman will leave if she did not have any financial issues, and if she also, knew that she could actually find somebody easily or something like that, then she would do it.
She would do it.
And you're saying that only because of these two reasons she's not.
She would do it, yeah. That is, maybe there might be other reasons, but we are very smart. Women are very smart.
Okay, so all these people who are talking about being in a bad marriage, complaining about it, okay, feeling very dejected, depressed, okay, going through torture, not being happy themselves, not being able to keep the family happy, not being able to do anything right,
you cannot.
But still keeping it, still working on keeping the marriage. You're saying they're smart, and so why do you think all these women that we usually see going through whatever I just said are more around us? No?
We see a lot.
They're so smart. You're saying that they're very smart, and if they had, so you're saying that most of the people, because they do not have financial support, that's why they're going through all this and all dejected?
If they have the financial support, maybe they are financially well off. If they are still staying in a bad marriage?
Yeah, why? It's because I'm just
the fear of being lonely is there in a woman. You don't want, that is there.
That I think I understand too.
That is the whole
basic concept in
that you
in
don't
a
want to
woman.
be alone in this country.
She's afraid. Any country.
Yeah.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
A woman is not yet wanting to think that she can live alone. I think that is what is the primary.
I would think.
Primary reason behind why a woman wants to not really talk about anything bad about her marriage.
Yeah, because if you see the 20th century woman, right? We are all 20th century. Are we emancipated enough? Do you feel that we are emancipated enough?
There is a long way to go, I would definitely think, even on a personal front. I have never thought that I have become the woman I have the potential to be. And, that is a good start, as long as you realize that you could actually do better for yourself in more ways than one. And I'm not just talking about profession. For me, always, like you said, happiness. Happiness is the most important for me. And I think I usually run away from anything, any situation that is negative and that is going to make me not happy. So the disadvantages are I'm blind, literally blind to many of the issues that need possibly my attention, but I do not pay any attention to those issues simply because I believe I want to be happy. So sometimes, we do tell people that, if you're happy, that is all you want. I believe in it. I totally believe in it. And I'm an extremely happy person, okay? Happy woman in every way, okay? It has not really bothered me in many ways, okay? But I feel there's much more to that happiness that I'm talking about, I'm talking about the happiness of the moment. I want to collect moments of happiness every moment of the day and just keep them with me and not really think about too many serious issues. So maybe this is an escapism in its own self. Now that I'm listening to you, just a thought, right? It could be an escapism.
Yeah, you don't want to hear anything negative. So
you do not want to think about just because you're not looking into a particular thing, that particular thing is not really good for you. Right? But you're not wanting to think about it, so how would you know?
I know.
Right? I mean, you go to grocery store shopping or whatever and you're seeing things and this is not nice and you don't pick it up. Right? But here we are talking about things that we already have within us, and we still don't pick up so many things that are within us and wanting to hide behind a mask. But what you've done today is spectacular, Geeta. Okay, and I knew. Okay, but I would like to know more about whatever you have gone through. Is there something that you want to tell women out there that are listening to you? Is there anything that you want to share with them? Because we are talking about women like you and me.
Right.
So that is almost a similar society, almost similar financial strata. Almost everything is same for us.
Yes.
Right? I mean, we are that part of the society that is the largest part of the society.
I think so. Majority.
Right? The overly rich and people that have not really done very well compared to those two.
Right.
We are in the middle.
Yeah.
All right. And this is the largest portion of the society.
Yeah. What
would you like to say to another woman that you think possibly had gone through a situation or is going through a situation like this? What did you learn from your experience, Geeta?
It took me 7 years, but...
leaving the house was 7 years, Geeta. I'm talking about what you are today. I'm not talking about, to get to where you are today from where you started. Okay, what is the lessons that you've learned today? A lot of lessons.
Too many lessons.
I know that. So that's why
there were multiple times I fell again and again. The only thing that we have to do is we have to get up.
You mean to say that many times you were depressed?
No, not depressed. Financially you fall, emotionally you fall.
Yeah.
You just get up and keep moving. You can't stop. The moment you stop, you're dead.
Wow.
That's the way to look at it.
Wow.
And that is the reason, I have had so many people argue. I have had too many arguments about this depression.
I know that you do that, yes.
Yeah, because depression is...
you say that depression doesn't exist.
Yeah, because if I keep saying it exists, then it will exist.
Correct.
Yeah, something starts becoming the truth.
I believe that
If I keep saying the wall is red,
it will start feeling like it's red. So if I think that I'm depressed, then you're
depressed.
I think, I'm that kind of a person too. I never think about it because I
don't
want to
I'm sure we all go through it, right?
I don't want
If I lost both my siblings, I'm sure I'm single. I keep saying I'm an orphan.
Because you lost your parents,
I have nobody,
siblings.
Yeah, so then if I keep talking about it, then you'll go through it.
Okay, you know what?
Depression consists of 2 hormones.
Okay.
I think whatever they're called, doctors give them a name.
Okay.
Dopamine or something,
I don't know.
Yeah, they have these 2 hormones that exist. And when they go down, that's what, we have to keep them going.
Okay, but basically what you're saying is depression is something that you don't want to think about, because the more you think about, you're actually getting more into it.
You become
that. Good. Very nice. Because I don't know how much more time we have. What I want to quickly ask you about was, how was this idea of getting remarried? It got into your heart, you said that you wanted to be a mother again. Okay, and this actually brought on to you, the journey. Right. The next part of your journey where you wanted to find somebody that you would be able to get married to. Was it an arranged kind of a thing?
Yes, very much arranged.
It was again...
Like I said to you, I don't know how to fall in love.
But you know how to love.
Yeah, of course.
You're a very, very, very loving person,
that
Geeta.
I think it comes naturally, but I don't know.
Yeah, you're very loving, right? So so don't say I don't know how to fall in love. So you know to love. That is what is important.
Yeah.
Okay, so this marriage happened again. You said as an arranged marriage. So what do you mean by arranged? Well, not your parents or family?
Oh, not my parents.
Not your parents and family. They were still there by that time when you were?
My father passed away, but my mother was there.
Okay, and nobody was really involved in wanting to find you another...
No, nobody.
Nobody thought it was even a possibility or anything to think about.
They were not.
Because nobody thinks.
Yeah, nobody thinks.
Did that bother you? Did that bother you, Geeta?
That happens only to few people, I think.
Means?
It doesn't happen to all.
Explain.
A lot of my other friends are divorced. They were able to find through some friend or something like that. Family. The family was very concerned, you know. They wanted them to come back.
Really?
In my case, it was not that.
You're saying that you actually know a few people today.
Oh, yeah.
Where the parents in our society,
yes,
wherein the parents are actually involving themselves to find them a second match. That is amazing, Geeta. That is something also that we want to talk about.
But in those times, it was very different. For me, I think they had too much expectation from me, my family.
No, it is that period of time. I would say. And today also not so many people are thinking about. So are you saying that people are out there who are parents and family are so supportive that they understand that their daughter has gone into a situation where she doesn't want to stay in the marriage?
My thing was, I had a son through a marriage and I had got a lot of matches, but they don't want anything to do with the son.
So what are you talking about? Matches, who brought you these matches?
I mean, through families or whatever, you know. But
so family was involved? That's what I want to know.
Kind of, like, not like, you know, but they were all like, it was involved in such a way that I can't even discuss about it. Not here. I'm talking about, I can't even think about those kind of matches because they didn't want the son. And this was like a buy one, get one deal.
Okay.
You get me, you get my child.
Yes, of course, right? I mean, when you get married, of course, your child is with you.
See, all these were those times
Wait a minute. If I understood you right, you're saying that even if a second marriage was something that people wanted to discuss for you, having a kid was a huge...
it was a big issue.
People did not want to consider that. Yes, I think you need to face the camera. We're having a beautiful conversation here. Guys, everybody out there, my lovely friends out there watching us on ManaTV. This is UVW and this is Vani and this is Geeta with you on ManaTV. And I'm having this beautiful conversation with her just to understand another aspect of women that I don't think we people are very used to talking about publicly. And I think it's about time. We're doing so many things different today. Okay, I know of friends that actually are, you know, a group of women can go away to a bar and sit down and have a few drinks and we can wear what we like. Okay, we can go where we like. We can do these things that physically, you know, we have changed to a large extent. Okay, and it's not a taboo anymore. It was a taboo a day. Someday, you know?
Someday.
Someday it was, okay? One day it was, okay? Today it is not. So if we have changed ourselves physically, I think it's about time we change mentally as well, right? Because these are the things that we are not talking about. Why? It is so important. And people say knowledge is power.
Yes.
Right? That's what I started off with. People say knowledge is power. How would we women understand, okay? Until and unless one of us talks to us about it, because only then you can relate to it.
Yes.
We are not going to relate, you know, with somebody who is, you know, a leader somewhere, okay, and she did something, then we think, oh, she was there and she did it.
She had a lot of means. All that.
I don't know. Even it is hard to relate. I think, Geeta. It could be nice to hear, okay, and that's about it. But my whole idea is that if we have to really understand something that would help us, it would only be through conversations like this with people you and me can relate to.
Yeah, and there are some stories which I see that, you know, they have struggled just like me, but now they are very big.
Okay.
We still cannot relate to them at this point because that is 1 in a million. Those cases are very rare. We are going to remain as is, and it's still okay. And it's still okay. I mean, you know, I'm going to be a regular woman, which is still fine. I'm happy.
You know, with age, we women grow up, and I'm growing up. I can see myself evolving in many ways, and now I have more questions. I want to understand more things about life, marriage, you know, the way we deal with it, etc., etc. And I thought this platform gave me that opportunity wherein I can learn and, you know, get my questions answered along with all of you out there. We can actually do this together, and it's going to be raw. It is going to be something that is spontaneous and coming right from the heart. And this is just a beginning of, you know, trying to get to where we want to get to emotionally as a woman. Geeta, you really, really have helped me do this today. Okay, and I can't thank you enough. But quickly, before we, it's time for us to wind up actually. And what I quickly wanted to ask you was, now you're a happily remarried woman, okay? And
yeah, fifth marriage and second marriage. Okay, I'm just joking. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are both, you've been married before, and
yes.
now you are in another marriage. People say that there's a lot of baggage that we come with because you cannot avoid it. Everybody's experiences will stay with them, and I think they will act on them because they are a part of them, and it's a huge struggle before any two people can actually want to overcome these baggages that they carry and try to have a completely streamlined different life. Okay, so that would have taken a long time for you, and you must have worked hard on it and things like that. But basically, like you were telling me, in your early marriage you did not know what you wanted or what was needed for you to make that happen for you. Okay, today you're telling me that today you know more what you want and how to get it.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me a little about it. What would you say?
I think with age we get to learn a lot of things, maturity, and we have, of course, financial independence is there, but at the same time I think it's all about age.
Marriage was not about financial independence for you anyway.
So I'm
about
not
how this marriage keeps you so happy, and
I think I learned more about myself. I know myself more.
Okay.
I know exactly what I want, and I get it. It's not easy to get, even in this marriage.
Anywhere.
I would never lie to you and say,
no.
oh, he's a very bundle of joy.
Forget him.
No.
Even we are not perfect, right, Geeta?
Right, but
I always think about it that way. Nobody is
perfect. But I had to.
What helps you in being able to do what you want without communication? There you go. Talk about it. Okay.
You need to talk. If you don't talk, how would they know?
Yes.
And I felt like maybe I did not tell my ex enough. I should have told him.
Exactly.
That gives me, that's the
lesson learned.
Not even a lesson. I think that's how I pacify myself sometimes.
No, but it is a lesson. You know what? Because from what you said just now, in your first marriage, you refused to tell him why you're giving him a divorce. You told him, think about, what you did.
Yeah. That
from that to where you are today.
Yeah. I think we should talk. Relationship is all about conversations and chai and teas and coffees and talking and listening, all that, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
If that doesn't happen, then there's no communication.
That is more like you have to have a friendship with a spouse. And,
I know.
And from whatever I've understood while we were talking in the break, Geeta, you were trying to tell me that today you believe that it doesn't happen on its own. A husband or a man. Or you have something to say?
Yeah. Little bit.
Yeah,
Everything is a word called relationship.
Correct.
I wrote this down specifically
because read it out if you wanted to.
Everything is a word called relationship. Two individuals responding naturally and in sync with each other, and making up for mistakes, doing things together. It acts as a balm on the wounds.
Wow.
I feel it's good, right?
It's beautiful. Yeah. It's beautiful. But when we read it, we don't understand as much as when we talk about it. Because it's difficult to get into those spaces. All I'm trying to say right now is
I'm still trying to talk. I have to talk more about it. I don't talk that much. I write a lot.
Wow.
But I think
I know you're a person that likes to write a lot, and I have been a huge fan of yours only because of the beautiful thoughts that you bring in, Geeta. Okay? And you talk about things that people don't talk about. Yeah. Today, I know that it was not your, this is not your forte. Talking is not your forte.
It's not my
you are
forte.
able to express yourself better when you're writing. Right. Okay? I totally hear you. Okay? And this television is new for me as well, and I'm learning to be able to express what I feel and think, on television as well. But what you've really done for us today is exceptional. Okay, I think that this could be the first step wherein we'll have more and more women join us to be able to talk about these things more in detail, discuss it openly, and be proud about it. Yeah. A marriage did not work. No big deal.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I'm not saying that it doesn't. I don't know. I'm not offending, I'm not saying anything offensive about it, okay? What I'm trying to say is marriage is also part of everything else that we are. Like sometimes work doesn't work out for us, workout doesn't work out for us, right? Cooking doesn't work out for us. There's so many things that don't work out, okay? So, you don't get along with your bosses, you don't get along with your parents, siblings, so many dynamics are there around, okay? So why only this dynamic is, so crucified that nobody wants to even talk about it, right? Why it is a problem, if there is an issue in a marriage, it is just like anything else, right? And I think if we start talking about it, slowly people will understand what we are doing. And the main thing, as a final word from your end, you have to say what this journey has meant to you and what it has made you today.
Which one?
This journey that you have gone through. So today, whatever you are, you're such a happy woman, so empowered. I know that you're an empowered woman. You are an inspirational woman. You are a happy woman. You celebrate womanhood. You started a group called Celebration of Women.
Yes.
On WhatsApp. That's how I actually caught up with you more. Right?
I celebrate my birthday.
Yeah, because you think
this time you're coming, right?
Absolutely, darling.
Last time you missed.
I missed it. Yes, absolutely. But so you were saying that you have become this evolved woman today because of all these experiences that you have gone through. And if you have anything that you want to say specifically to, our lovely audience out there, I would like that.
We need to, I think, individually we need to love ourselves.
Yes.
Forget about children, forget about parents, it is us. And I feel that it's only that's when you can like somebody, you can do something for someone else. If you don't love yourself, then there's no point.
Wow. Interesting.
I think,
very interesting.
It's a very small
but very interesting
thing, but we forget.
So
we need to get our nails done. We need to once in a while.
That's not even a concept.
I know, I think
not about women. It's not even a concept for basically individuals to be able to love themselves. I have a problem understanding that because I love myself.
Have you seen the movie? We had watched that movie, no?
Which one is that?
Jab We Met.
Jab We Met. Yes, what she was talking about. Yeah. I have always been that right from when I was a child. Okay, my biggest favorite. Okay, so I have a friend who says to me, you talk about your own self so beautifully, like we couldn't even do that to somebody else.
I think I'll tell you one thing. I was very ugly as a child.
Okay.
This is the truth.
Okay, it's all about perceiving.
No, I was not a good-looking child.
I was a big woman like this.
No, everybody, I see a lot of pictures. They're very cute, and no, that was not me at all. I was very bad-looking.
Oh, okay, that's what you felt.
But slowly, the more I started liking myself, I think I grew. I think we grow. We take on the characteristics of the environment. I strongly believe in that.
Okay,
and I'm okay now. No.
So you think that those were the issues because you didn't really like yourself at that time?
I didn't even know that I was supposed to like myself.
Nobody knows even today is what I'm saying, Geeta.
The moment I started liking myself, I grew even in beauty.
Yes, because you know what?
If you ask any of my cousins, they will tell me.
Exactly.
They will tell you.
You know what? I don't even need anybody else. I can give you my own example here, Geeta.
I can show you pictures.
No, I'm saying I can give you example about my own self. Okay? I have always been fat. I have always been dark. I have been short. I have been like this right from when I was a kid. Okay? And it never mattered to me. It absolutely, for whatever reason, it never mattered to me.
You know something? Skinny was bad on me. I was 42 kilos. It was bad looking on me. So I don't
know about that, about what was bad looking. I'm just giving you an example, okay? I was like this all my life, okay? And I have embraced it all my life. And even today, I've been in media for some time on radio, etc. for a very long time.
Oh, you're the most confident.
So I did a fashion show with some models once, okay? Being all my 170 pounds, okay? I did a fashion show, okay? And here, all these designers were giving clothes because they wanted to advertise their garments, okay, their designs. So all these women, they were the perfect figures, okay, and they were all wearing these clothes, that fit them so beautifully. And for me, the designer had to, crop up the things to, add extra cloth, etc. to help fit me.
I know.
Okay, so I was wearing something that was not the perfect dress because I couldn't fit into a perfect dress and they could not make me a new one. They only had to make this work for me. Okay, so they did that for me. So I was walking on the stage dressed like that, and all these other women, okay, looking so perfect in those perfectly beautiful clothes, were walking on the stage. And when I stepped on the stage, I knew that the entire audience, okay, it was a huge audience, they were all calling out my name. They were all hooting, they're saying, hey, they call me Tina on the radio. So everybody was like, hey, Tina, okay. They were all screaming, okay. And I was like, wow, okay. So I did my walk and I got back. And, then these girls were saying, oh my God, what kind of confidence you have. And I just said, oh, I'm like this. At that time, I did not know. This is about, let's say, 10 years ago, okay. Right. I never knew what that meant. But in these last 10 years, maybe it's age, like you say, it's maturity, that we're growing. And I've realized something, that none of my friends or anybody actually call me fat or treat me like a 170, 180. No. Yeah, nobody looks at me like that. I'm actually more of a diva everywhere because I'm dressing up. Okay, I love dressing up.
You're very bubbly.
And I walk like I'm $1 million. Okay, and everybody treats me that way. So I have understood today, that we have to behave like the way we want others to treat us. Exactly. If we are showing, we do not have enough confidence within ourselves, or we are not brave enough to do something, or if we are showing that, we are not good enough, people are not going to be treating you as somebody that is very good.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
Yeah, so this is another important lesson learned, and I guess we'll continue to learn this. But this is a very, very important lesson. When I understood it, I thought that I want my friends to know about it. I see a lot of people, they all have an issue. Okay, yahan pe thoda sa zyada ho gaya. I'm a little fat here, or I'm a little fat here, or I'm too short, or I'm too dark, or there's nothing like that. When you just said I was ugly, baby, I didn't like it, because there is nothing called ugly in this world. Everything is beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. And if you believe so, everybody will believe so.
No, but it's okay to be ugly.
There's no, I'll argue with you.
Like that, like a depression thing.
Yeah, like a depression thing. I will argue that I do not believe in anything is ugly. Because everything is beautiful in its own way. And God created all of us different for a reason. Okay? He wanted us to experience the beauty of difference. That's a nice thing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good one for tomorrow.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We'll do that. But thank you so much, Geeta.
Thank you.
It was
Thank you for having
pleasure. Okay, having you here, and maybe we'll have you come back to us to discuss some more things. Thank you. And hey out there, I hope you enjoyed this. This was a real new effort in trying to bring into this table here on UVW a voice that I want to create would be personal. Totally personal, and talk about things that we do not talk about, so that we can learn from each other. And always remember, we are doing this because knowledge is power. All right, so this is Girl Power on UVW. You want to do this with me, Geeta?
Yeah.
All right, you. Okay,
we.
W. Yes, that is United Voice of Women for you. Till next time, keep it right here. Stay happy, stay beautiful, keep smiling, and remember to join us for our next episode of UVW on ManaTV. Thank you.
Thank you.